We're here at this beautiful fix and flip in Hollywood to show you today what things can be like. I'm Mitchel, your heels on the ground in the Miami-Fort Lauderdale area. And on this channel, we talk about everything: probate, guardianship, senior relocation, and today, fix and flips. I'm here with Stephen, who is an investor and resale expert. So this house is about 85% done. When Stephen purchased this home, it did not look anything like that, and we'll definitely include some before, during, and after photos in the video, but it doesn't look anything like it did last time I was here. We still have the roof and the windows and the landscaping to do, but we're gonna be happy to show you inside exactly what we've done and the potential of what things look before and after. And another thing that we're going to be doing today is sharing the pricing and the costs and kind of the budget of these projects, so you understand exactly what we're into it for, so you know the numbers. We have a great, nice, large front yard. When Stephen bought this house, there were actually 4 boats. We're down to 2 boats now? We got 2 boats left. There was a car and 4 boats, but we're down to 2 boats, which we're working on getting those out of here. Luckily, we have some partners that are in different businesses that were able to take those things at no charge because they were really interested in the antique car that was here. It was a Camaro. I think it was like a 1968 Camaro or a 69 Camaro. But yeah, we still have some boats over there if you just want to check that out. We're going to be working on getting those over to the dump. That is kind of one of our next things in line. Again, you go step by step, you get some surprises, and you figure things out as you go. You don't know everything you're getting into when you're doing a fix and flip, but you want to make sure that you know at least 85 to 95% of it, so there's not some big surprises at the end. For sure, and we had about, 40 crab traps that we were lucky the seller called a friend, and they were able to come and happily accept those for themselves. So you get all kinds of interesting things when you're working with these types of properties. The biggest thing that we're going to be working on once the roof gets done, just to give you a number on the roof, we spent $12,500 for a brand new shingle roof and some flat roof parts. So that's going to be started on Monday. We start ripping everything off. Probably, I would say, somewhere between a 5 and 10 day process between inspections and getting everything finalized. We're also going to be doing all new windows, impact windows. We always do those. Our cost on those windows was about $9,000 for the materials and about $3,000 in labor to get them installed. The other thing we're still trying to figure out is that we have this brick. To me, it just feels a little bit old school. So we're trying to figure out, maybe we do like a wood slatted accent wall here, or maybe we just paint it a different color just to give it a little contrast from the rest of the house. I think that would be really nice when we're done. I think so too. And in case they didn't watch the last video that we did, we should mention, besides aesthetically replacing the windows to impact windows and doors, it also offers safety, protection, and a large discount for people's homeowners insurance. Yeah, absolutely. So, here in Broward County or South Florida in general, your insurance is a lot more than other parts of the nation, really. And you got to have impact windows when you're doing a fix and flip. In our opinion, we just want to deliver a great product at the end for the family. Absolutely. So come on in, let's step inside. Okay, well, I'm blown away because the last time I was in this house, it didn't look anything like it looks today. It didn't have central air conditioning. It didn't have nice flooring. It's like, well, you'll see the before and after pictures and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But walk us through, what did you do besides everything? When it comes to the interior of these projects, there's really not 1 inch of the property that doesn't get touched by either our vendors or our contractors or some of our handyman come in at the last minute and put up the blinds and everything else. So there's a lot that goes into it. I would say every project starts with demo. So we have to kind of declutter, demo the bathrooms, demo the old kitchen, and then from there we start getting organized with our next couple steps. Usually our next couple steps would be the bathroom. Tiling the bathrooms is usually kind of like the second big project that we do inside the house. And we try to
go all the way to finish on that, and then we paint the entire property, because you don't want to lay your floors before you paint, because then you gotta put rags down and towels and carpet and everything else just to protect the floor. Then we go into the vinyl flooring.
What's the order with the recessed lighting? Because I'm imagining you do that before you paint.
We could cut the holes and then paint, and then drop in the lights after. So
Gotcha.
Recessed lighting, I mean, it takes a day or two depending on how many we're dropping in and what the electrical situation is. So it's a very low voltage situation. It's not like high-end electric or anything like that. Demo, bathrooms, paint, flooring. After you're done with the flooring, then you can start putting your bathroom vanities in, as well as your kitchen. Actually, come right over here. We have the kitchen at this time. Very cute white shaker cabinets. We always use things that the majority of the buyers out there will like. Obviously, white shaker cabinets have been in for a long time. People were doing two-tones and different things, but we like to keep it simple and just, provide something that the majority will like. So it's a very clean look. We also do the 42-inch cabinets all the way to the top, because we feel like it gives a nice professional, non-flipper look, right? Have you ever been into a house and you're like, oh, this is a flipper, right? And it's like kind of gets a bad connotation, but at the end of the day, like a lot of people that do what I do, we try to have a good product. So we use 42-inch cabinets here. Another thing that we do high quality is we're gonna do a Calicotta quartz, but we're also gonna run that same quartz all the way up to the backsplash. Okay, a lot of people will use just like a tile, and who knows what color tile that the buyer would like, honestly. So we just run Calicotta quartz all the way to the back and all the way up to give it a nice, clean, beautiful finish. We actually have appliances coming in tomorrow, so I'll be here waiting for that delivery. We have the dishwasher here, we have the stove, microwave on top, all standard. We're gonna make it nice and flush. We also do a counter depth refrigerator, so it's not sticking out 6 inches, so it gives a real natural flow to the kitchen where you don't have this awkward huge fridge. So we do counter depth, a little bit more money, but a better product in the end.
These are timeless and they're neutral. So when people want to go really modern, like you said, the two-tone where they'd have the cabinets here,
right,
one color, the bottom different color, that could be cool for 12, 24, 36 months.
Yep.
But then when it's not cool anymore, what are you going to do? Have them redone? So timeless, neutral,
yep,
appeal to the masses, especially with big things like, colors on the wall you can play around with because it's a cheap change. Cabinets, your countertops, your backsplash, your flooring, you really want those to be timeless.
Yeah, and we do the same thing with paint colors. We stay neutral. Floor, we stay neutral. We're not trying to make anything look for a particular buyer. Again, we're looking for the 80-20 rule here. What will appeal to 80% of the buyers that come into this house? If they want to customize something, they're more than welcome to after they purchase the property. Cost, right? This is a smaller kitchen. Because we went with the taller 42-inch upper cabinets, I believe our cost was right around $3,400 for the materials. And then the labor was about $2,500 to put everything in with a carpenter. And then on top of that, you're gonna have the quartz. I would say this needs probably 2 slabs, and you're probably looking at about $900 a slab plus labor. So you're looking at probably $1,800 times 2, which would be about $3,600. So at the end of the day, you have $3,000 in appliances, you have $3,000 in cabinets, you have $3,000 in quartz plus the labor. So this is probably about a $10,000 to $12,000 kitchen at the end of the day. All right, so bedrooms, not super exciting, if I'm being honest with you, but we did put all brand new doors and door jambs. There was a lot of termite damage, which is very common at the bottom of the doors. You'll see them wear out, or maybe there was a flood at some point or something going on. So we changed all the door jambs and doors, modernized them, make it look nice. Of course, we paint the walls, our neutral color like we spoke about. The windows are coming in a few weeks. You have to order windows when they're in pack, generally speaking, for a project like that. Some are custom, which costs a little bit more money. So in a bedroom, there's not much going on. We update the closet door. We put the lighting in at the top, some nice hi-hats. We eliminate the fans. That's just our preference because we think it just makes the room feel and look bigger. And then of course we do the vinyl floor and brand new baseboards and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much every single bedroom that you're gonna see. Every once in a while, maybe in a master, we'll put like an accent wall, but not in every single bedroom. All right, so we have, this is a 3-2, so we have 2 bathrooms. I'm gonna just sneak in here, but basically you're gonna see a very modern wood accent tile from Florida Decor. It's very popular right now. Wood slats is very in. This is just a nice beige. I want to say this is some type of marble, actually. It's a little bit higher end, a little bit more expensive. Probably about $7 a square foot. We're looking at somewhere around $3 a square foot for this. And then we just put a nice little shaker cabinet inside there for the vanity. As you can see, the mirror is not installed yet. The mirror will be a nice light up mirror around, so it gives it a nice pop when you come in, a little bit of modernization. But that's pretty much what our bathrooms look like. This has worked really well. We get a lot of nice feedback with the buyer's agent when they come into the house.
And now this bedroom, you can see the exact same things. Neutral flooring throughout, the same flooring throughout the house. One of the big pet peeves of many people, including me, is floor changes. Every room has a different color floor. Makes it look really choppy and not good. So you see that they have the continuing floor throughout the whole home, including the bathrooms. You see the wall unit there used to be all units. Remember, there was no central AC when Stephen purchased the home. They've installed central AC, and when the windows get replaced, then the wall units will disappear.
Yeah, so central AC to run all new ducts was just above $6,000. So we ended up all in right around, I think, $6,300. You know, you might get a quote for a little bit higher, but you know, we use the same AC guy all the time for many projects. So we get a little bit of a deal when it comes to that.
And then the third bedroom, it's so nice to have a 3-bedroom. Here's where the central AC went, and we're gonna have, here is where the stackable washer and dryer are going to go. This wasn't here when you bought the house.
No, we actually, it was one big closet, and because it didn't have central AC, we ended up putting the AC unit in here, and then making the washer and dryer that's going to be stackable in here, because you want to make them comfortable. If they're doing laundry, they're already working a little bit, so it makes it much more, you know, conducive for their lifestyle.
100%, and even without the rain in the Florida summers, nobody wants to be schlepping laundry in and out of the house. So here is the primary bedroom.
Yep.
And it's the primary bedroom because it has the bathroom. It didn't look anything like this. You can see that they have the same walls and the same wood look, which is very popular right now. Didn't look anything like this. Again, you've got the shaker vanity there, nice, neutral, and then there will be a mirror with a light built in that goes over the sink. So the cast iron, it was all through here that they had to dig a trench.
So I'm gonna send you some of the pictures of that project. That would probably be the biggest project that we did at this property. We go into these projects kind of knowing the year of the house. In South Florida, you're gonna come across cast iron. And when you go to resale, even if the cast iron is in its best shape it could be, it's still 70, 75 years old. So the buyer doesn't feel very comfortable with that. If the cast iron is in very bad shape, we actually remove it and put all new PVC plumbing when and if it makes sense.
And I didn't used to have buyers do inspections for pipes before. We would do a regular 4-point wind mitt, checking the appliances, the plumbing, the electric, the roof, the termite. But now I do encourage the buyers to pay for an additional inspection, which is to drop a camera down in the galvanized, is it galvanized?
Yeah, that's correct. Galvanized, yep, that's correct. Cast iron.
Cast iron pipes to make sure that they're in decent shape.
And look, it doesn't mean that it all has to be replaced. It's just when we see the opportunity in the right project, and we have the numbers to do it, we definitely want to do it if we can.
Let's go take a look at the backyard. Okay, here is our beautiful fenced yard. We have, as we said, boats, one here and one here that we're gonna have taken away.
So if I'm being completely honest, I haven't fully decided what we're going to do. I need to figure out what I'm doing with this structure. It's obviously tied into the roof. So we're putting a brand new shingle roof on everywhere. That's going to be awesome. But I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this little patio area. This is load bearing right here, holding up the structure. So we might do something where we remove some wood and figure this out.
You're assuming that everyone knows what load bearing is.
Oh, load bearing. When you go into your house and you're going to remodel, your contractor needs to know what is load bearing and what is not load bearing. Let's say you have a kitchen that has a huge wall and you want to take it down. Well, you need to make sure that it's not load bearing before you take it down, because then it could be dangerous for the roof structure. Right here, good example. We have all these trussings moving this way, and then this is the load bearing section right here that's going to hold that up. We can do something here, maybe remove this, maybe remove that, and support it in a different manner just to make it open. We haven't decided exactly what we're doing back here. Maybe we tile it, maybe we just paint it. We really have to clean it up, and we're kind of undecided yet until we get to that moment.
This has been great, doing a tour of this house in Hollywood. I always see the before, but I don't always see the after. So we're like 85% done here.
Yeah.
The house looks great, and different type of video than we normally do. We'd love to know how you feel about the fix and flips before and after. Please put your comments below. Would love it if you would like, subscribe, leave any comments, and we will see you next time.